Infinite light beings, greetings and namaste. Spirit is saying that you have an ex out there. You have a couple of ex out there, right? But it's a main ex, right? This ex was a dark ex. This ex was a demonic ex. This ex was a a a, a vamp, right? This ex drained your energy, right? This ex drained your finances, your spirituality, your emotions, right? This ex was very demonic, right? And this ex is still in your energy along with all the rest of your other exes, right? Because these exes, they fear your abundance, right? And because they are psycho, schizophrenic, bipolar, multiple personality disorders, right? Confirmation. And they see how stable you are. They want your abundance. This is their big fat secret that they're holding on, right? Because of their lack of faith, right? Their lack of faith. And it's just so much going on right now, right? Spirit is saying that these exes, they're keeping up with you, right? And if you left an item, what am I looking for? If you left an item at their home, they're holding on to this item and they're trying to use this item as some kind of energy conductor to stay in touch with you, right? But Spirit said that shit not working, right? That shit is not working. I mean, I could actually feel motherfuckers tugging on me that, in their places I have left behind bullshit, but the bullshit was my belongings. And because I left my belongings behind, they have a way of thinking that they have an energy conductor, is what Spirit is saying. These people think that they have an energy conductor when it comes to you from whatever you left behind. And Spirit said, that is a no, right? And then also too, Spirit is saying, if you gifted this energy with something, they're wearing it, right? And you probably seen them wearing it because this is an energy that you probably can't get out of the vicinity of, right? They could live in the same community, right? They could work at the same job, right? They could know the same family members, right? You could have a child with them, right? They could be a relative of your children. It could be anything, right? That to where you still have to be in the same vicinity, right? You in some part of your week, some part of your day, some part of your month, you still see these motherfuckers, right? And you still see these motherfuckers holding on to your energy by still utilizing what you gifted to them, right? Confirmation. Whatever you gifted to them, they're still trying to utilize it, still trying to use that as a spiritual energy conductor, right? Because everything holds energy, and if you handed that off to them, that shit had your energy in it, right? So they're trying to use what you gifted or what you left as an energy conductor. Spirit is saying, excuse me, confirmation. Ooh, excuse me. Some of these people are even trying to use these things to prevent your finances from growing, but that is a no as well. Everything that they're trying to do to put a hurdle in your progress or put a barrier within the street that you're driving down, Spirit is saying it's a no. Like, it's a yes or a no, and Spirit is checking off all the no's, as well as you are checking off all the no's, because of your boundaries, because of your confidence, because of your strength, you're resilient, because you're a warrior. First off. Second off, you trust in your faith and who you stand in the image of, right? So, these people, they cannot fuck with your abundance, but they fear you growing abundant. They fear you having a happy, stable, loving relationship, right? With a community that loves you, with just full of freedom and, joy, right? Harmony, right? They fear this. They fear this. And Spirit says, so some of these exes just might be putting themselves in your way purposely. They're putting themselves, not just might be, they are putting themselves in your way purposely. So you can see them in that down and out, gloomful energy. You feel me? So they can try to weigh on your motherfucking heartstring. But that Spirit is saying that is a no as well, right? These people will not get the same type of energy that they got when they had an opportunity, because it was an opportunity presented to them, and they failed to, take the contract, the arrangement, the findings in you. They felt that, and these people want to shut you off, right? They want to shut you off because they want to shut off your fountain of abundance, is what Spirit is saying. They want to shut it off. So you are the fountain of your abundance, because you manifest your abundance. You are the fountain of your abundance. They want to shut you off. They want to turn you off. They want to quiet you up. They want to make it to where you are not producing any abundance, because you are no longer with them. Didn't Spirit say the last message? These motherfuckers hate you because you won't be in a relationship with them. We got that in the last message, right? You won't be in a relationship with them. If you didn't check that message out, you need to go check it out. Like, it be some real shit being talked about. Download it here, right? Right. So, Spirit is saying these people are trying to stay in your energy. These people are conjuring up shit that don't work, love spells, death spells, money broke spells, which is only hindering their own life, right? So you're an empress, you're an emperor, that bills are always paid. And they hate this. Didn't Spirit say in the beginning? They hate you. They're in fear of your abundance. See, they already knew you were abundant, but they're in fear of you growing more abundance. They're in fear of your abundance flowing over and pouring down into the streets, right? Like, it's not just going to pour into the ground where the cups sit. It's pouring into the streets. And wherever you open that barrier for somebody to receive your blessings, you're going to open it. But see, their barrier to wherever they are, didn't Spirit say they was somewhere in your fucking community? Wherever they are, you got that barrier closed. You're no longer pouring into their streets, right? And so that's why they fear your abundance. Afraid. They just walked away with no word. So some of these motherfuckers, your exes, they walked away with no word because they knew they was fucking up. They knew they was trespassing against you. They feared your wrath. They feared you finding out confirmation. They feared you catching on to their lies. They feared you finding out about their red flags. They feared, your power, your strength, your resilience. Did Spirit say something about your resilient? They feared this shit. And so these people walked away like cowards with no word. Right? They knew that you caught on to them cheating on you. They knew that you caught on to them fucking your sister. Right? They knew that you caught on to them gambling the money away with the co-workers. They knew that you was scheming and scamming motherfuckers, doing bank fraud in their house with their children, putting everybody in jeopardy. They knew all this shit. So they feared you. They were afraid of you. They didn't want to get caught. They didn't want you to drop a dime on their ass. And they didn't want to be caught physically by the law, and they didn't want to be caught physically by you. They didn't want to be caught spiritually by spirit. They knew that you could make all that happen. You could bring the law down. You could bring yourself down. You could bring spirit down. Their spirit team. All you can make it happen to where all these forces attacked this motherfucker. That's why they walked away silently, cowardly, with their tail between their motherfucking legs, like the dog that they are, right? Roof, roof, right? And these motherfuckers did not honor the ancestors. Didn't Spirit just say they motherfucking spirit team after them too, right? Because they don't honor their ancestors. They don't give a fuck about their ancestors. And they seen that you did. They seen that you cared, even though you don't even know that you honoring your ancestors, probably because a lot of people don't know, when they sit up a picture and they talk to the that's honoring your ancestor, right? When you staying in communication with that ancestor through that photo, through that memory, through that conversation, you honoring if you don't knock that off, you honoring your ancestor, and they want you to knock it off. They want you to not honor your ancestor. But that is another reason how you're bringing generational wealth, because you are breaking all the curses that your ancestors could not break, all the baggage that your ancestors could not take off their back, right? All the luggage that your ancestors just would not get rid of, right? You are doing that for your bloodline, and they don't like it. They don't like it. These exes that you went with, because you're breaking generational curses. You could have been the mother of their children that took care of these children without them, when they said, oh, I'm going to break the generational curse and I'm never going to leave my children. I'm not going to do what my parents did. And they turned around and they did it anyways. And you separated from these people, and they still watching you, still want to be with you, still lusting over you, still mad, still don't want you to progress, don't want you to have any love, don't want you to have any finances, because this is their curse. This is their karma for not getting it right with you in this lifetime. I don't care how many, my nose is starting to itch. I don't care how many relationships you had. Every relationship is mourning over you. Every feminine you walked away from, every masculine you walked away from is mourning over you, the loss of you, right? But you got a sick motherfucker that's in your energy that has not left your energy for at least 5 years. It's been 5 years and less that this motherfucker has been in your energy, is what Spirit is saying. That will not get out of your energy because they just fucking demonic and they just want to see you in the same energy as they are in, right? So a lot, this is and it's sad because look, this is confirmation. Spirit said they don't want to see you in a loving relationship. And this psycho motherfucker, this schizophrenic ass motherfucker, this bipolar ass motherfucker, this multiple personality ass motherfucker, this demonic ass shape shifting warlock vampire sucking blood ass motherfucker, this low budget vibrating ass motherfucker, this I can go on and on and on and on. Yeah. So because I just got that. I can go on about your worth. So they hate when people go on and on and on about your worth. So some people that they know you, right? And Spirit is saying they try to tarnish, taint, um discredit your image. And now these people see you for who you truly are. And these people go on and on about your worth. And these people hate it. Like, these could be ex-friends that you knew of your ex-lovers, right? Ex-friends, ex-family members, ex-co-workers, just people you knew that they knew, right? And now these people just steady going on and on and on about your worth. And these people hate it. But two, these people like, don't mess with my man or woman. Find your own. So these people feel like they own you. You are theirs. They don't want you to have another relationship, a happy foundation. And if you are in a happy foundation, they see that they couldn't stop it. Right? Because there's nothing that they could stop about your life because you already signed this fucking contract. That's what people don't understand. Whatever you came to do is what you came to do, and you're going to fulfill it to do it. You're going to do it. Right? So they can't stop your love, even though they think they have some progress, even though they feel like they doing some shit. You just might not want to be in a relationship at this time. You just might not, you just doing you. You're just not putting your business out there in the streets if you are in a relationship. No telling what's going on with you because you don't put your business in the street. You mind your business. So if they don't see you with nobody, they feel like, oh, they shit is working, but it's really not. Right? So they feel like you theirs, whether you a masculine energy or a feminine energy. Don't mess with my man. Don't mess with my woman. Find your own. This is why they want to keep on trying to do these, conjuring up these fucking spells to keep you, or they thought they was going to keep you without a true divine counterpart. But that's not what you come to here to do. You came here to be in a real loving divine full-blown union, whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, whether you have faith in it or not. See, here it is again. I'm just going to take it off, take it out, take it off. They want you to take it off because you haven't took it off for them in quite a while. So they still imagining you taking it off. They still holding on to you sexually. Shut you off. They want to shut off your power. They want to tear down your throne. Whether you're a feminine energy or masculine energy, they want to tear down your throne. This is what they conjure up in their head for you. But it don't get no further than their head, is what Spirit is saying. As they want to shut you off. Because they can't shut off the fact in their head that they lost one of a kind. That shit haunts them. That's why they don't want to see you with nobody else. That's why they don't want to see you with anyone else. That's why they holding on to your shit or holding on to something you gave them to be that energy conductor that's not working. You know that science project that you take in and you think that you did so good of a project? These motherfuckers think that they are so smart and strategic, but you are calculated and you are precise. So nothing outranks a calculated and precise being. A motherfucker trying to be strategic is not going to conquer, overthrow. No way possible, right? So they got this big ass fucking science project, right? This science project put me in the mind of weird science. So they doing it with people. They got people that they doing it with. Whoever your ex-lover is not just them. It's somebody else. Because in weird science, it was 2 of them motherfuckers. Right? So it's 2 or 3 because the woman count 2. So it's Wyatt and Ned and the woman, right? Weird science project, right? So they got this science project that they're going to present, right, to the teacher, right? The teacher is the demonic energy, right, that they serve, right? They going to go present this motherfucker, this conductor, right, with your energy, right? And they thinking they got this bomb ass motherfucking science project that they done came up with they motherfucking brain, right? That ain't smart as a fucking pea, right? And an ant, right? But an ant is smart. No, so I'm not even gonna use an ant. I'm not even gonna compare them to a motherfucking ant. Cause a motherfucking ant know how to survive and get their food and be a hustler. And you know, an ant don't need to leech off of motherfuckers, right? Ant work together, right? So no, I can't even compare them to a motherfucking ant. I'm gonna leave it at a pea, right? Because a pea don't have no fucking thought, no sense, no. It's just a pea. You just look at it. It just don't move. It's just there, right? So this is this the energy of your exes, right? So they presenting this motherfucking science project to the head demon, right? And this put me in the mind of what is that? Oh my god, it's my favorite. I can't even think of it right now. Oh my god. But I want to. I want to so bad. I can't think of it. It's on Prime TV. Somebody help me out. It's on. I know y'all can't help me out. I know it's gonna be past tense when y'all watch this, but oh god, it's just like eating me up. So y'all just eating them up. Y'all eating them up. Okay. So they present this fucking project, right, to the demon, and the demon's like, you failed. Like, this shit ain't working. Like, who told you that this shit was gonna pop? Who told you that this shit was gonna give you some power? Who told you that this shit was gonna affect these people? You light beings. They failed. And they got a fucking F on the motherfucking science project. Know that you are abundant. See, because they And a lot of people walked away. They know you abundance, then they know you wasn't giving out no more abundance, right? Because this landed right on top of just walked away. So a lot of these motherfuckers walked away owing you money, is what Spirit is saying. A lot of these motherfuckers walked away owing you fucking money, and they cowards. They hiding because they owe you money. They hiding under the cracks and the crevices. You know, Christmas didn't pass, they didn't give you your shit. New Year's didn't pass, they ain't gave you your shit. Now we walking into a new year, and so they say, and everything's still dead. Everything's still dead. Ain't nothing revived. Ain't nothing revived. Pay attention. And they still dead. They still dead. They can't revive after you walked away from them, right? And they owe you money. Some of these motherfuckers stole money from you. Some of these motherfuckers owe you money. A lot of these motherfuckers owe you child support. A lot of these motherfuckers owe your kids. Yeah. These motherfuckers played too many games, is what Spirit is saying. And you had to cut them off. That's why they holding on. That's why they come around in your presence and want to look. They are sick, but they want to show you that they're sick. They want to weigh on you, because when you were with them, you were nurturing them. You were helping them. You were easing their pain. And this is what they miss too. They don't want you to give it to nobody else. They don't want you to ease nobody else's pain. They don't want you to cater to nobody else. They don't want you to spoil nobody else. That ain't for them to say, right? That's only for you. Did Spirit say you open the barrier to let the water flow through? And since you close their barrier, you're not giving them, you're not replenishing their ass no more. Confirmation. They hate that you are gifted, right? So now that you're gone, when you were with them, they hated the fact that you were gifted. But now that you're gone, they seen that giftedness helped their life. They seen that however way that you were gifted, you enhanced their life. And now they miss that shit. See, it's in the upright. They hate the fact that you're gifted, but now that you're gone, they miss that shit. They miss it because you're not enhancing their life. You didn't welcome them into you're not welcoming them into your castle no longer. You're not opening the door for the vampires. Remember, you're the garlic that they cannot stand. But they also still want to be in the presence of you. And this is why they don't want you to further your abundance and further your love life. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to live in harmony, because they cannot be happy and they cannot live in harmony. Right? Wow. Miss the hell out of you. So they miss the hell out of you. But then they don't, because it's in reverse. And you know why? Because they're spying on you. Because they're still in your presence. Because they're still holding on to your energy. So they ain't even had a chance to miss you, is what Spirit is saying. They haven't even had a chance to miss you because they're holding on to your energy. As well as they wanted to shut you off. That's why they're holding on to your energy, because they want to shut you off. Yeah, they watching you. They calling your phone on different numbers, watching you on different social media platforms, commenting with different profiles. They're doing all the such. Showing up at the gym when you're at the gym. Showing up on the day that they know they ain't supposed to pick up the fucking kids. You know, shit like that. Showing up at your grocery store because they know where you shop, because they used to shop with you. You know, shit like that. Like doing too much. Doing too much. Showing up in the same areas in the neighborhood that they know you're going to be at. Just doing too much. This is sideways. Karma is a powerful force. So they receiving karma in all the worst way. Because it's sideways for trying to fuck with your abundance. They want your compassion, but don't deserve it. So they will never receive your compassion ever again. Didn't Spirit say they want you to be compassionate? They want you to see that they have some kind of sickness. They're in some kind of down and out. They're, and if you're not seeing them, they're telling a family member, they're telling a friend, they're telling a coworker. They're putting it in a message in a bottle. They want you to pick up the other line on to the cup and the string in the cave. They want you to connect to them in their dark cave. You feel me? Like, no. Like no. Ooh, look. All my cards on the floor. Sex magic, mirror magic, but it's in the reverse. So it's not going to work. It's not going to work. All this sex magic, mirror magic shit, the shit is in reverse. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Somebody's name could be Charles, right? But they're fallen angel. They're fallen angels. They were supposed to come to this earth plane on this timeline and heal their bloodline by connecting with you and choosing the right path to be equal within the darkness and the light, right? To be equal, to learn how to utilize both powers and not for just good and bad, to be equal, right? So these motherfuckers is getting readings on you as well, right? They're getting readings on you because they want to stay ahead of what they think you're doing, right? But a reader is not always accurate, right? A reader makes up shit, right? A reader tell you what you want to hear, right? That's a reader. That's not a person that's getting a download, right? So no telling what the reader is telling them, right? The reader could be dead fucking wrong. She wants you to use. She wants to use you. So whoever this karmic walking dead energy was, she just wanted to use you. Whoever this masculine walking dead energy was, just wanted to use you. That's why they're in your past. That's why they're called an X. You know, you one of those light beings that, 3 strikes, you're out. You're gonna let a motherfucker take their strike, try to hit the bat, but 3 strikes, you're out. You're one of them motherfuckers is your boundaries. Don't break a promise. Don't lie. Don't cheat. Those are boundaries of yours. You're a motherfucker that say mean what you say and say what you mean. You're that type of motherfucker. Whether you're a feminine energy or a masculine energy. And once the line has been crossed and the mask has fell off and the skin start to bubble and melt, I'm getting I'm getting damn, why can't I get these fucking names? The pictures is coming, but the names ain't. But whoever this is wanted to use you. Oh, God, I can't get the names of these movies. And that's another thing. They want you to lose thought. You're so smart. You're so witty. You're so intelligent. Right? You got a lot of wisdom. You're an old soul. You got a lot of ancient wisdom, right? Knowledge, that cryptic knowledge, right? That knowledge that you can't find in books, right? That knowledge that only you can tap into, right? And they hate that shit. They hate that shit. Yeah. What else, Spirit? Don't mess with, well, yeah, this is them. Don't mess with my man, find your own man. Pain before pleasure. So they rather have pain before pleasure. They put you through pain, not knowing that it could have just been pleasure. They put you through a lot of pain, not knowing that it could have just been pleasure. They felt like the pain was more worth taking you through than receiving the pleasure. They felt like the pain that they inflicted on you was going to get you to roll over and bow down to them. Like they were going to be in control by them inflicting pain, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. Energy comes in all forms. And they thought by inflicting pain before pleasure. So some of these motherfuckers, sick ass motherfuckers, wanted to argue before they fucked, wanted to beat on you before they fucked, wanted to get in that demonic ass energy, that low budget ass vibrational energy before they fucked. Pain before pleasure. They got off on that shit. They got off on hurting you and then fucking you. What type of sick shit is that? That's like, ugh. And then I just got a real sick vision. Like, this is the type of motherfucker that will go and fucking kill somebody. And this is the vision that Spirit just gave me in my head. This is a motherfucker that will go unalive somebody and then fuck them. It don't just happen in the movies. It don't just happen in the movies. It don't just happen in the movies, right? Pain before pleasure, right? So this very demonic. Spirit said very demonic, very low vibrational. Very demonic, very low vibrational. But can't even prove themselves worthy to the head demon. Still get an F with the head demon. Right? Passed over loved ones is protecting you. Didn't Spirit say your passed over loved one? Oh, so you could have been married. So your passed over wife or passed over husband is protecting you. But that's still part of your team. Right? You could be a widow. So your passed over wife or your passed over husband is protecting you. And whoever these people are, they're having major ass motherfucking legal issues. Legal issues. Court. Probation. Prison. Federal prison. Baby mama. Child support. Didn't Spirit say child support? Divorce. Spousal support. What else is there? And then some of them got new babies with child, definitely pregnant. Definitely pregnant. This could be some of their family members definitely pregnant. This could be them having somebody definitely pregnant. This could be them definitely pregnant. But somebody definitely pregnant. Right? You could have been pregnant before your husband or wife. No, before your wife could have been pregnant and died at birth. I mean, not her died. She could have died giving birth, right? And right? Or you could, oh God, what was I finna say? Or you could have been pregnant and your husband could have died before you had the baby, right? Because I put that right on top of passed over wife or passed over husband protecting you, right? Whew, that shit. But whoever these people are, they don't give two fucks about you. And you know this. That's why they try to fuck with your money. That's why they try to fuck with your relationship. Because they don't give two fucks about you. And they also see your worth and your light. And this is landing right on top of gift. Gift is under there. Remember, they missed the fact that you were a gift in their life. And somebody needs to write a book about their life. Somebody, that's side piece message. Somebody needs to write a book about their life, of all the shit that you endured and you became resilient. Because the higher ups is watching you. The higher ups is watching you. If as the higher ups is watching you, this could be the government. This could be spiritual. You know, your spiritual love war team, the infinite energy, right? Higher ups, your supervisor, right? Somebody higher up over somebody who status is credentials over you higher up. This could be the elite. This could be the Masons. This could be a cult that feel like they're higher up than you, watching you, right? But half of these motherfuckers then flew over the cuckoo's nest. And that's why the fuck they still watching you, right? They flew over the fucking cuckoo's nest. And the motherfuckers that flew over the fucking cuckoo's nest was schizophrenic. They was bipolar. They was schizophrenic, bipolar, multiple personality disorder, right? But they say when you have those things, you're spiritual. But these motherfuckers fallen angels. They didn't use their spiritual gifts in the proper way. So now they then flew over the cuckoo's nest because they cannot be with you no longer. They do not have any gifts. Their life is in shits and shambles. It's just all fucked up for them. It's just, you know, they wanted that pain before pleasure. You know, they wanted you to be a sugar mama, a sugar daddy. They were terrorists in your life. This is right on top of pain. They were terrorists in your life. And they didn't love you. They didn't love you. That's why they're an ex. They didn't love you. It say love you, but it don't say I love you. It say love you. So they really didn't love you. They really didn't love you. It was all fake. It was all pretend. It was just to have that child with you. It was just to establish that business with you. It was just to get that fat ass bank account that you had, you know, sugar mama, sugar daddy, right? It was just to, you know, make them look good in front of their family, their friends. It was just to hide their sexuality. It was just too much going on. It was just so you could take care of their children for them, right? It was just so you could pay their bills for them, right? Cook their food, wash their clothes, right? Clean their cars, right? Whatever you did for these exes, right? Give a good word, right? Give them a job opportunity, right? Open some doors for them, right? You did that shit because you were a gift in their life. And now they're holding on to what they think they can hold on to, which is nothing. This heartbreak. Yeah. They holding on to this motherfucking heartbreak is what they holding on to. Confirmation. And somebody always trying to distract you. These motherfuckers always trying to send a distraction. But yeah, they hold on to this fucking heartbreak, this suffer, grief. Didn't Spirit say they feel like they lost you when you fucking departed? They felt like they lost you. And here it is, confirmation. They holding on to the heartbreak. This is all the people you ever been in a relationship with sexually in this lifetime, because they receiving judgment, right? They lost out on their 10 of Pentacles. They lost out on this true foundation, this spiritual connection that they could have had, this arrangement, right? This arrangement that they could have had, but they choose to argue, pain before pleasure, misfortune, right? They chose to steal from you. Didn't Spirit say some of these people owe you money? Financial failure, right? Yeah, deception. And they spying on you, you know, hazard. It's a hazard. 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 It's a hazard. Like, so this is caution, 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 caution. They still gossiping about you. Remember, because Spirit said they can't stand for people to say, oh, you work, oh, she looking good now. Y'all been separated for umpteen years and and look at you. These they own homies. These they family members, right? These they friends, they co-workers. People that y'all work with and, you know, they still connected to. You ain't fucking with none of them. But they still connected to. And they somehow see you. You know, everybody connected to everybody on Facebook. Everybody connected to everybody on Instagram. Everybody connected. Everybody is connected. Whether you connected or not. Somebody you know is connected to somebody you know is connected to somebody you know is connected to somebody you know. So stop fucking playing with me. But yeah. And because you expressing yourself, these people are seeing this. These exes are seeing this. But they still receiving judgment on how they treated you, how they mistreated you, how they wanted to always inflict pain on you, right? How they always wanted to steal from you, right? How they always wanted to belittle you, right? Right. So why these people will still have hidden agendas with a lack of faith, you still celebrating. Nothing their hidden agendas can do to fuck with you. Nothing. 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 They don't even trust themselves anymore. They did so much shit. They thought they had so much trust in themselves. Remember that science project? They thought they was gonna get a motherfucking A+ and shit. And they got a fucking F. They don't even fucking trust themselves. Right? They don't trust themselves, or whoever the fuck they working with, because I said selves. So, you know, that's a lot. This is 7. Lucky number 7. We got 7 upside down here. We got 7, 7, right? So, yeah. Some could be happening in 7 days. Somebody could have been born on the 7th day of the month. Somebody could be born on the 7th day of the year. Somebody's child could be named 7. Your name could be 7. Somebody could watch Stranger Things. 7, 7, 7, 7. Somebody could think you're a strange thing, right? Lack of direction. These people that think you're strange have a lack of direction, right? Cheating, conflict. Didn't Spirit say that? Instability. These people that are still trying to stay in your energy, still holding on to your energy, no matter how many fucking umpteen thousands of years, many umpteen lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, these motherfuckers is still on your ass, like literally still holding on to the crack of your ass. Like, Greed, because of the greed. Negligence in their own fucking lives. So this could have been your husband, your wife, right? This is a partnership, king, queen, right? Yeah, but they all fucked up. And they obsessed with your wealth. Not even with their own wealth, with your wealth. They're obsessed with your wealth. And they're trying to do any kind of vices, whatever they can do to corrupt your finances. And it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. Yeah. They got a sudden awareness that this shit is not going to work. You chose your happiness. You accepted that they weren't right for you. You withdrew yourself. My shit is tingling. You had to check in with yourself and realign yourself, realign your life, realign your job, realign your children, realign your transportation. Just realign some shit within your life when you disconnected from these people and you accepted that shit. But these people, remember, are still holding on to that fucking heartbreak because they're under heavy judgment, because that shit came to an end. The cycle, it just had to end. It just had to end. It was a completion. And they're still trying to conduct with that energy that they're wearing, or some shit you didn't left behind. They're still trying to have an accomplishment. They're still trying to accomplish holding on to you. They're still trying to make it a fulfillment in their life. As their friends and family and shit watching them, even the ones that really don't even know that they're trying to hold on to you, but they're holding on to you because they constantly talk about you, they constantly gossip about you, they constantly put you down, they constantly say you're not a good parent, they constantly doing this. So they're constantly holding on to your motherfucking energy. They're constantly say you're not going to make it. They're constantly say you don't have shit going on for you with your life. But the friends, the family, everybody else see differently. But they going along with these broke down motherfuckers, these demonic ass, low vibrating ass, shape shifting ass motherfuckers, because they're family, friends, and co-workers. Vibrational misery loves company, right? So they going along with this shit, but they seeing differently with the demonic energy of the World Wide Web. Because let's not forget that this internet is demonic energy with the World Wide Web, right? Some shit you take, some shit you best to fucking leave. That's a message, a side piece message for somebody. Some shit you take, some shit you best to fucking leave. You better try to act like you unsaw that shit. You know how they say you can't unsee it once you see it? You better act like you unsaw that shit. You better act like you never saw that shit when it comes to this fucking internet. Right? Side piece message. Because it'll fuck your world up. It'll fuck your world up. Don't let this internet fuck your world up. Confirmation. Don't let this internet fuck your world up. Right? My head is itching. That's something for somebody. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Personal goals. Self-doubt. This is them. All these cards is not fucking in reverse. But they coming out in fucking reverse. Yeah. These motherfuckers is just nothing no progress. No movement. No success. No alignment. Nothing they do is playing it safe. No planning. That's why they failed in the science project, because they didn't plan the shit right. They didn't calculate the shit right. Like, remember, Spirit said you calculate, you're precise, they're strategic, right? I'm about to get up out of this one because I'm over it. I had just seen 555 on the timer. It's time for a new. I'm getting Jack, Christy, Tristy, Tim, Kim, overly emotional. So these people, that's why they still hold on to the heartbreak, because they're overly emotional, right? They were so deceptive, right? They were so cold-hearted, right? They were so cruel, right? Pain before pleasure, so cruel, right? Bitter, right? Because they just couldn't get it right. They couldn't break the generational curses that they claimed that they was gonna break. So now they fucking bitter, right? So that's why they holding on to your energy, right? It's just too much. It's just too much. Living real reckless and unfocused, right? But they stay focused on you. They can't focus on nothing fucking but you. They can't focus on shit else in their life but you. Holding on to the heartbreak, feeling like they lost the world. They lost the world when they lost you, because you was giving them so much. You remember pouring all into the streets, right? Pouring all into the streets. Now they living reckless because they can't have you. All I needed was you. All I wanted was you. All I needed was you. Yeah. All I wanted was you. But you cleaned that shit up. You cleaned it up. You cleaned it up because it was not for fucking you. It was not for fucking you. Right? You walk to your milk and honey. And this is why these motherfuckers is mad. I'm going to just leave it there. Spirit said leave it there. Because these motherfuckers, regardless, they going to fly over the cuckoo's nest until they put their own self in a motherfucking coffin and bury themselves. It is what it is. Building blocks for the rest of their life. Ashe, building blocks for the rest of their life. Peace confirmation. And they mad about it. They mad about it. They hot. They heated. They on fire. They thirsty. They fucking thirsty. Because remember, you close that barrier so that water could flow. So they could be replenished. My shit just was so fucking dry. Like I hadn't had water in a month. I mean, dry attack. These motherfuckers is fucking thirsty. I mean, thirsty. Like in the fucking desert. Like, you know, like, it put me in the mind of David Chappelle. Like, you know how that motherfucker, like, cracked out. Some of them is cracked out. But you know how they had that white, just dry, dehydrated look. David Chappelle, you remember them white lips, just dry, dehydrated. So a lot of these motherfuckers walking around, you could just see the dehydration, the thirst, the desperation, the desperation of thirst on them. Their family members could see it. Their friends could see it. Some of them don't have jobs to have co-workers to see. But okay, I'm out of here. Bye. Shit.